Silver price dip. Please don't panic. I'm going to explain what's going on at the shop. Help me out with the thumbs up. That gets out the views to more and more people. Thank you for subscribing. Come join the home team for Stop the Melt campaign. We are roughly about 52 subscribers away from 8,400 subscribers. Why not join? It's free to subscribe. It's free to watch all my videos. Let's get into it. I'm asking people to hold their silver, their gold. Gold's not doing too bad today. Silver's taking a little bit of a dip. This is your buying opportunity, my friends. You've been waiting to back up the truck. Well, some people have. Remember, we heard it at 17. I'm going to wait to back up the truck at 17, 25, 22, whatever the price it was. You want to back up the truck, this is your buying opportunity. Not a selling opportunity. This morning, it's supposed to be my morning off because I didn't have yesterday off, but I don't get a day off. Let's see if I get the rest of the afternoon off. But this morning, somebody came in with $1,200 face of 90% silver. They want out of it. Price is dropping. Look, you can't take one day with tapping out of silver, gold, platinum, whatever. You cannot use one day of trading. Remember, it's paper. We can bounce right back up tomorrow. We could just, whatever we have for a loss today, we could double that tomorrow. We've seen it happen before. We've seen these 5% drops in silver before. I know, according to this video right now, as recording, we're not seeing a 5% drop as recording of the video, but we did earlier this morning. We got to be mindful. 5% is not a lot. That can come right back. So please, you have strong hands here. Silver gone up a little too fast. All at one time. We were due for a pullback. This is a good pullback. You get it for a little bit cheaper. Look, we're selling stuff at the shop right now that we're losing a little bit of money on right now. We not up the prices. We did not up the prices. The rounds we got yesterday, we're losing about 35 cents a round. Owner says, just let them go. Let them go. It will come back. Let them go at the price. You know, this is the time to start purchasing more and more if you're able to afford to do so, my friends. Not selling. This should be a happy day, really, if you're buying. If you are buying, you're doing pretty gosh darn good today. Yeah, we could dip tomorrow. Yeah, we could dip tomorrow even more. Nobody knows. Where do we look forward to? The price is going up, my friends. We're still in the government shutdown. They're going to turn on those money printers. That's going to devaluate the dollar even more. They're trying to scare the heck out of us, trying to sell. You have not lost anything. We got to, like I've said before, you got to get your heads wrapped away from the dollar when it comes to silver and gold. You got to start thinking about the bartering opportunities we're going to have. Not about the dollar. Okay, it's not about the dollar right now. You're trying to get out of the friggin' dollar. Not trying to sell back into dollars unless you absolutely have to. Now, if you absolutely have to sell today, I feel bad for you folks if you absolutely have to sell today. Because you could have sold yesterday for a little bit more, right? That's the way the cookie crumbles. Check out channel sponsor Pinbacks for your 90% silver, your gold, your platinum. I reported on the platinum maples. Random dates. They're gone. Okay? You want platinum, they have 1/10 ounce. Britannia, random coins. Random years. Check them out. They're a great price right now. They're not going to last long. Platinum's hot right now. If you're looking for platinum, the 10th ounce Britannia coins, random years, check channel sponsor Pinbacks out. Let them know that I sent you. They still got Franklin halves in stock, my friends. They still have Roosevelt silver dimes in stock. They got Mercury dimes in stock in the 90% silver line. Anything else, they're gone. We just can't hang on to it. So if you're interested, check them out. Let them know that Crazy Coin Shop Chris sent you. If you're going to use Crazy Coin Shop Chris, they'll get a laugh out of it. All right? I don't mind being called crazy. I am a little crazy. But that's the way it goes. I'm here to tell people the truth of what's going on at the shop. When we had that $1,200 face come in, it was all mixed. Dimes, quarters, halves. So we ran them through the machine. We separated out all the halves, all the dimes, all the quarters. We got the new girl right there at the shop right now, going through the dimes right now. She's separating the Mercuries. She's separating the Roosevelt dimes. So we will have some Mercury dimes back in stock. They're not going to last. We can't keep Mercury dimes in. I did see a few 64 Kennys mixed in when I ran them through the counter. So we will have those available for the people who want them. We already got a list. So they're going to come in, they're going to go right back out the door. These people today, I tried not to let them sell. I said, it's just one little dip. Let's not panic here. They want it out. They want it out. It's too bad. It's too bad because who knows? This time next month, towards the end of the month, we could be looking at $50 plus silver, my friends. I don't know that to be the case. You know, I don't have a crystal ball. But I'm not tapping out at today's silver prices. I'm not tapping out at 50. I'm not tapping out at 55. I'm not selling it unless I really need it for this. I'd rather trade it with somebody. I'm hoping we get back to those days where we start trading with other people in your community with silver and gold. It's happening now. Most people don't realize it. It's happening on a small scale. It can be done. It can be done now. And some people say, well, why do you want to do it now? It gets the circulation flowing, my friends. Even if your local butcher shop, your ice cream parlor, it's going to accept it. Keep this in mind. It's okay to give a little silver up now for a couple pounds of beef, or chicken, pork, whatever. It's okay to give up a little bit of silver for some ice cream. Those people are going to remember you when the crap really hits the fan, and we are trading in silver and gold. Maybe even platinum and copper down the road too. Now I talk about that game every now and then, World of Warcraft. If anybody's played that game, I used to play that. I know some people in their 50s and 60s play the game. You use copper coins. You use copper coins. You use silver coins. You use gold coins in that game. You use it all to trade with. If you know about that game, you know about the auction house. You know how it works. It's in our blood to trade with silver and gold. Not this crap, my friends. We got away from real money. In 1964, they did away with real money. Oh, you can say up to 69 when they took out the silver in our candy 40% silver halves. 70 really, if you want to count the proofs. But 64 for common day use. 90% silver, it's been gone. And we're melting this stuff down. Not us at the coin shop. Not channel sponsor Pinbacks. Coin shops, pawn shops are melting this stuff down, thinking it's a joke. Melting down your money. Melting down my money. Melting down American history for a lousy dollar. If you stop and think, I get comments from time to time. I deleted another one yesterday. Comment when I say, you can't tell coin shops how to run their business. Look, we're not telling any coin shop how to run their business, but there's no need to melt this stuff down. Think about it. For the ones that want to troll me, you're not having the right mindset when it comes to this. The more they melt this stuff down, our history, the less it's going to be a variable. And if they were able to account for every single piece, if none of this stuff was melting down, there's still not enough for the American people. There's not enough. Some people are not looking at the right way. There's not enough change to go around. There's not enough 90% silver to go around. If everybody started stacking today, nationwide, there's not enough. Look at your change jars now. If everybody stacked change, common date change, today's change, there's not going to be enough. There's going to be a shortage. Remember back in COVID, there was a change shortage. It wasn't circulating because people were home. And the businesses were open, were dying for change. This is what I'm saying, my friends. It's not going to be around. We got to preserve our history. We got to protect our money. Don't tell me that these coin shops need to stay capitalized. If they can't friggin' afford it, then don't buy it. All right, there's no need to melt down when you have other coin shops are willing to buy it. That's one. Other coin shops willing to buy it. Sell it to your local customers at the same price you sell it to the smelters for. That's 2 options. Sell it to a wholesaler. That's 3 options. Sell it to channels. If you don't use a wholesaler, if they don't use a wholesaler, sell it to pinbacks. That's 5 options. Where are we going wrong? Where am I going wrong to the trolls out there that you think I'm telling another shop how to run their business? It makes no sense. When you got options, or don't buy it at all, because they want to stay so-called capitalized. Can't tell me these shops can't hang on to this stuff. You can't tell me. They're not really coin shops then. They're turning themselves into smelters. They're worrying about the business today. They're not looking at the future. Why can't some people understand that, what I'm trying to say? You melt this stuff down. These coins are not coming back to that coin shop. Hello? Do I have the light bulb turned on yet? This is time we gotta stop the melt. So come help me. Ask your coin shops, but I'm asking people to be nice. I might get fired up because I'm trying to get the message out to stop the melt. I'm asking people to be nice. Give them a few options. Ask them, why aren't they selling to their local customers for the same price as the smelters? Why aren't they using a wholesaler? Why are they even buying it if they can't afford to buy it? If they don't use a wholesaler, why aren't they reaching out to channel sponsor pinbacks? I don't buy it at all. There's 5 different options there before you smelt it down. It does not take a rocket scientist to figure that out. You people got options here. We don't need to be smelting this stuff down. No need of it. Have we been known at the shop that I work for to sell it back to the wholesaler? Back in the day, yes. We never even considered melting this stuff down. Never even considered it. Not 90. Now, if it's really, really worn down, okay, like something like this, but you can still read the date, but it's really worn down, that might have been sent off to the smelter. This one was actually in the smelt pot, but I saved it. You know, why not sell the calls to local customers? Put it out there for a week or so. Let the customers cherry pick through it. Even if you don't want the customers cherry pick through it. Say, I'll sell it you by the ounce. $1.40 face. I'll sell it that way. And we weigh it on the scale. You know, people like the calls. Why not give people what they want? There's no need to melt down our history. No need. We know where it's going, my friends. We know it's going to military use. And you know what that means. You keep melting our history down. You're not going to be able to teach your kids, your grandchildren, maybe your great-grandchildren about what 90% silver is, what 40% silver is, what 35% war nickels are. There's going to be less and less out there. And people are losing. Generations have lost it. Because it's not been passed down from generation to generations since we took the 90% silver out of our money. We're down with paper money, my friends. We're down with crappy coins. For the most part. We were using real money. I got a passion of this because I've said this story before. My grandma was born in 1936. She was one of 5 kids. They were not rich. She's not rich today. I'm trying to help her out. Alright, she was one of the oldest kids at the house. Second oldest. She was going around after school. This is back in New England, Massachusetts, New Hampshire. They moved to New Hampshire afterwards. Going around the neighborhoods with her little wagon, collecting cardboard. Going to the recycling plant, getting 50 cents in quarters, or dimes, or $half. It was silver. That 50 cents back then went a long, long way. Silver quarters have a silver value for over $8 right now, my friends. Maybe it's a little bit less than that with the dip. But you get the point. That 50 cents went the same way back then in the 40s, and it does too today. It holds the same value. Maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more, depending on the items you are buying. So yes, there's some passion there for 90% silver on that side of the story. If you don't believe me, if you are like my age, around 45, and maybe don't have a good understanding, ask someone who's older to explain it to you. If you're in your 30s, have somebody who's older explain it to you. Look it up online. Look what a price of eggs costs. A dozen eggs cost in the 40s. Look what a gallon of milk cost back in the 40s. Look what you're buying today. Look what it cost back in the 40s and 50s. They relate that to 90% silver, my friends, because this is what people were using back then. And it went a hell of a long way. But we're stuck with this crap. The god old dollar. The mighty dollar that cannot ever collapse. Baloney. Every fiat currency goes to fiat heaven. That is the true story. Other nations are getting away from the US dollar, my friends. These dollars are going to come home. We're going to have hyperinflation. Don't let a small silver dip scare you of selling. Use this as a buying opportunity as you can afford to. If you can't afford to, then you don't need to buy. Same way a coin shop should not be buying if they can't afford to hang on to their 90% silver. No need to melt it. Come join us. Stop the Melt team. This is your home team. Come join the team. What more? Free. It's all free here. Never gonna have a membership where a special video comes out for members only. Nothing wrong with anybody that does that. I just choose to make all my content free. If someone would like to make a donation, there are 2 ways. You can use a super thanks in the comment section below. Or you can use my PayPal link. I'll put that in the comment section below. But please only donate if you're able to afford to do so. I don't want to take anybody's money that cannot afford to do so. I'd rather people put that money towards silver and gold. But every now and then somebody likes to give $2 or $3. Fine. I appreciate it. But, you know, that money should be spent on yourselves for silver and gold. Get yourself that extra silver dime. Okay, do your part. People are doing their parts. I'm seeing in the comments, I got 8 silver dimes. I got a roll of Franklin halves. I got a roll of Kennedy halves. I got 2 rolls of quarters. I got 4 quarters. I got a couple peace dollars. I got a couple Morgan dollars. We are doing our part. Don't let anybody bring you down, my friends. Don't let any coin shop say, well, if you don't want it smelting down, then you got to buy it then. Don't let any coin shop pressure you that way. That's a cop-out excuse, a poor excuse, and I could rant on even more about that. Don't let anybody shame you for not buying. You get what you can afford to get. I don't come on this channel and say, you got to buy today. No. You only buy what you can afford to get. And we're not really buying a gosh darn thing. We're taking bad money, put it into real money. That is what we're doing, my friends. We're not really buying anything. We're converting. We're taking worthless dollars and converting into real money. Don't worry about these little dips. Yeah, right now, before I came on, silver was down to $1.69. Big deal. Really? We're not selling it, right? So why are we going to worry about it? Just keep stacking, my friends. In the long haul, we're going to be better off. Get your heads out of the dollar. Oh, I lost $1.69 an ounce. No, you didn't lose anything. It's going to come to a head here where it's going to be about a barter situation. Because we're going to go on the stable coin, and that's going to really be unstable. You're going to be tracked on everything you buy with that stable coin. You really want to be tracked on everything you buy. Everything. We need something outside of the banking system. We need something tangible assets. That's where it comes with silver, gold, platinum. You can even throw copper in there now. Copper is going to come to be a play as well. Platinum is starting to be a play. Platinum's doing very well right now. I highly recommend. I don't own any platinum. I'm kind of kicking myself in the rear end. I just can't afford it right now. I'm still trying to stack more silver. I'm still trying to stack more wheat pennies. 95% copper. I'm having a ball going through the bags I've gotten. I'm on my last bag now of 1,000 wheat pennies. I shown a container yesterday. I'll show it again today. These pennies you see in here are from 1939 or before. I'm putting all my 1940s and 50s in one can. One number 10 can. Some of these 39, some of these are 1910 I've seen. 1911, 1912, 1913s. All mixed dates. I gotta go through this bucket when I'm done with this other $1,000 bag. 1,000 penny bag. Not $1,000 bag. But in the meantime, that is what I'm working on my free time. And I don't have a lot of free time. You guys and girls know I'm very active in the comment sections. I try to keep the crypto bots out of this channel. My mod team does a hell of a good job of doing that as well. This channel is trying to keep the bots out, trying to help more and more people. So why not come join us? Come join us here. It's free to subscribe. It's free to watch. Keep stacking, my friends. That's all we can do is keep stacking silver, gold. You want platinum, check Pimbacks out. You want silver, check Pimbacks out. You want silver, gold, check Pimbacks out. Let them know that crazy coin shop Chris sent you. Yeah, I'm passionate about silver, gold, and platinum, and even copper now. I think copper is going to have a play here. Who knows? I'd rather have it than not have it. Let's put it that way. I used to thumb my nose at copper. Okay? I'll be honest with you. But there's enough information. Once it hit the suspicious metals list, along with silver, you really think copper and silver are going to be down forever? We have it on the suspicious metals list. Take advantage of the dips, my friends, if you're able to. If you folks have questions for me about silver, gold, or platinum, reach out to me. I'm happy to help you out. My email is in every single description of every single video. Don't hesitate. If you don't know something, you gotta ask. There's no stupid questions here about silver, gold, and platinum. There's a lot of misinformation out there. And we don't want to provide wrong information. We're trying to keep transparent, trying to keep honest with the people. That's what this channel is about. And I'm so happy that Pinbacks has chosen to sponsor this channel as well. They made these stickers up. Okay, they made these stickers up. And if you guess what? You've been here this long. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to give away 2 stickers Saturday morning. In this video, put Stop the Melt 2525. That'll be make you enter in this for Saturday morning's giveaway. I'll sign both stickers. And guess what I will also do? I also will give away 1 silver dime along with it. Let's see if I can find a good one. If I maybe find a better one than this one, I'll throw this silver dime in right here. So you're going to get 2 stickers. I'll sign the back of both of them. But you must put Stop the Melt 2525. All I ask, you must be subscribed. You must be subscribed. You must live in the United States. I will not be using a tracking number on this order. So go in a plain white envelope. You're going to get 2 stickers and a dime. For the ones that stuck around this long, that's your prize right there. Good luck to all. We will see you on Saturday on that one. Remember, Stop the Melt 2525. That's the key for this. That's what I'll be using for a keyword for the winner. Stayed around this long. Someone deserves to win. Thanks for watching. Coin Shop Chris is out.